Hello, this is Dr. Awitan. I'm a retired orthopedic surgeon, a perpetual student of antioxidant free radicals, nutritional supplementation, ambassador of Shop Fremart, and author of the ebook www.200diseases.com. Before I proceed, let me give you a disclaimer. I do not claim that our products will cure, prevent, or treat any disease. They have not been approved by the FDA. This information is for educational purposes only. You are advised to consult your physicians or any licensed medical professional for your health issues and should take full responsibility for your own nutrition and well-being. Now, what is 200diseases.com ebook about? It is a resource to empower the reader to have full responsibility to control his health issues and not delegate that responsibility completely to somebody else. The table of contents of this ebook lists most of the health issues. When you click on any of them, you will be directed to the page that explains it, and we recommend any products that may be helpful. You will find help not only for your physical well-being, but also for your emotional and spiritual needs. Now, what is Shop Fremart? Shop Fremart is a free membership shopping club with highly concentrated health products and other products for health, with unmatched profit-sharing plan that outpace other companies by at least 4 to 10 times and gives members up to 90% of its profits. Chef Remart was created by our founder and CEO, John Austin, to bring back integrity and honor to the referral-based industry. Today, let me educate you a little bit about diabetes. There are 347 million diabetics in the world today. Statistics about diabetes from the American Diabetic Association. In 2015, the prevalence of diabetes is 3.3 million Americans, or 9.4% of population had diabetes. Approximately 1.25 million American children and adults have type 1 diabetes. We do not have to go blind or amputate our feet because of diabetes. First, we have to know what is insulin. Insulin is a hormone produced by the pancreas to control blood sugar. Too little insulin or resistance to insulin can cause diabetes. To understand diabetes, it is important to first understand the normal process by which food is broken down and used by the body for energy. There are several things that happen when food is digested. A sugar called glucose enters the bloodstream. Glucose is a source of fuel for the body. Insulin is needed to move glucose from the bloodstream into muscle, fat, and liver cells, where it can be used as fuel. An organ called pancreas makes the necessary insulin. People with diabetes have high blood sugar. This is because their pancreas does not make enough insulin, or their muscle, fat, and liver cells do not respond to insulin normally. There are three major types of diabetes. Number one is type 1 diabetes, number two is type 2 diabetes, and the third one is the so-called gestational diabetes. Type 1 is usually diagnosed in childhood. In this disease, the body makes little or no insulin. Daily injections of insulin are needed. Type 2 diabetes is far more common and makes up most of the diabetes cases today. It usually occurs in adulthood, but young people are increasingly being diagnosed with this disease. The pancreas makes insulin, but the body does not respond well to insulin. This is called insulin resistance. Now, insulin resistance can also come from the absence or deficiency of necessary minerals, chromium and vanadium, etc. Gestational diabetes is high blood glucose that develops during pregnancy in a woman who normally does not have diabetes. Women who have gestational diabetes are at high risks of type 2 diabetes and cardiovascular disease later in life. Sugar is not the problem in diabetes. The problem is how your body metabolizes sugar. You have sugar in the blood. The pancreas secretes insulin. Insulin sticks to and binds into insulin receptors on the outside of the cell wall. It is like somebody rings the doorbell in your front door. And he rings the doorbell, the kitchen door automatically opens to allow the groceries to come in. So insulin binds in the insulin receptor on the cell wall, sends signal to the inside of the cell to open up a sugar door to allow the sugar into the cell. So the sugar, the gasoline of the body, goes into the cell. Insulin rings the doorbell. Kitchen door opens. Groceries come in, and life exists. In order for that signal to go from the front door into the kitchen door, to open it, it needs chromium and vanadium. These are trace minerals and a number of other nutrients needed to be inside the cell. If they are not there, insulin rings the bell, the signal gets interrupted. The kitchen door stays closed, so sugar piles up in the blood. If chromium and vanadium and other nutrients are not there, insulin rings the front doorbell, the signal gets interrupted, the kitchen door stays closed, then sugar piles up in the blood. So, what does the body do? Produce more insulin. Now, that's what it's called insulin resistant syndrome or metabolic syndrome or type 2 diabetes. Then, more sugar piles up in the blood. What does the body do? Make more insulin. Sugar piles up in the blood. What does the body do? Make more insulin. So, what causes the illness? It is lack of minerals. So what many doctors do when the blood sugar is high? Give metformin. Metformin, which is prescription medication that reduces the liver production of glucose and reduces the absorption of glucose by the intestinal tract. That's all that it does. Does it fix the doorway problem? No. And then, when it really gets bad, when the blood sugar is high and the body produces more insulin, what do doctors do? give you more insulin. Then, when the insulin piles up in the bloodstream in enormous amount, it punches a hole in the cell wall and the cell dies. So, people get peripheral neuropathy. They get gangrene. You lose your foot. You lose your fingers. You lose your arms. Or you go blind. That's why mineral supplementation is important. That's why education is important. Now, what do we have in Shop Free Mart that help diabetics? Shop Free Mart products for diabetics. These products are number 1, Sugar D, number 2, hydration drops, number 3, pure mag concentrate, and number 4, pure copper concentrate. Chef Free Mart has Sugar D, which contains chromium and vanadium, which are essential in the metabolism of sugar to enter the cells. Hydration drops that we put in distilled water that convert the water molecules to enter the cells, carry into the cells nutrients that we take, neutralize free radicals, and give energy. And because the distilled water is negatively charged, it attracts the positively charged toxins and bring them out of the body through the urine. Pure mag concentrate. Magnesium helps form bones, protein, and fatty acids, and essential for energy production. Pure copper concentrate. Pure copper concentrate helps with proper utilization of sugar. Diabetes is the only officially recognized disease linked to iron poisoning. That means too much iron. And copper mobilizes the oxidant iron out of the body. My friends, I am happy to share this information with you. Thank you for being a good audience. Goodbye for now.